The owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, Jim Burt, is extremely frugal with his money. Many would say tight, many would say he is cheap. To demonstrate his tightness, we will share a story of how he buys his clothing. First, Jim will go to TJ Maxx and shop for winter clothes in October when there is a good selection of winter clothes. Jim buys the clothes and takes them home for 89 days. Then takes the winter clothes back to TJ Maxx for a full refund. Then he returns to the store the very next day. Because the store is now featuring spring and summer clothes, the employees mark the newly returned winter clothes down to clearance pricing, and Jim strolls in to buy his winter clothes at a 70% discount. He then takes the clothes home and saves them until next year to wear all winter. The Chiefs wear reversible practice jerseys in their games. Owner Jim Burt bought the uniforms at a yard sale for 50 cents apiece. The jerseys don't even say a Kansas City or the Chiefs, or instead they read a Pietro's Pizza. Jim Burt took the uniforms to the pizza parlor and negotiated a sponsorship deal from the restaurant, so the team plays in the same shirts both home and away. Players must pay and supply their own basketball shorts, so they don't even match each other. The warehouse. The Chiefs play in a converted warehouse. Local Girl Scouts sell baked goods from folding tables for concessions at the game. Jim Burt lets them keep 5% for everything they sell. Head coach Julius Rock was hired because he also does not like to spend money. Alejandro Vasquez is an illegal alien that owner Jim Burt pays only $2 an hour to play basketball. Burt was once asked by Jim Arcus if he thought only paying Vasquez $2 an hour to play basketball was inhumane. His answer: "I also have him mow my lawn." And with that answer, Jim said, "Oh, well then that's okay." Lester Holmes is a homeless guy. He was born in San Francisco, California. Owner Jim Burt pays him in canned goods. When the team travels on the road, Lester is happy to sleep in a hotel and eat with the team at restaurants. Lester has developed a friendship with teammate Cecil Kingdom, who volunteers at the homeless shelter where Lester lives when the team is not on the road. Forward, Raymond Tard, who has an IQ of 55, is mentally retarded, but has an uncanny ability to play basketball at a very high level. He gets paid in Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time theater game tokens. Raymond holds the high score on nearly every game at the local Chuck E. Cheese, as well as at many of the Chuck E. Cheese franchises across the country in BBL cities. He is especially good at pop-a-shot, basketball, and skeet ball. Many players have commented on his physical strength. They call it Raymond Tard strength. Raymond's father donated the land for the state school and hospital with one provision: the school would always have a garden for the clients to use to learn how to grow food. The institution was named the Charles Tard Missouri State School and Hospital, named after Raymond's father. Most locals refer to the facility as the Tard Farm. Raymond is a client and lives at the school. Raymond prefers the term retarded to what he feels the more offensive term is special needs. Raymond said while hitting his chest with the back of his wrist, "I don't need special. Dwar ye nerd, just let me play the ball." Raymond has an assistant that helps him, named Vern. Raymond has a brother named Leonardo. He likes to go to Leotard's house for Sunday dinner sometimes. Sven von Gunderson is a billionaire who has always dreamed of playing pro basketball, and therefore he pays Jim Burt to let him play on the team. Another player that pays to play is Trevor Vanderbilt, who is the son of a billionaire who agreed to pay Jim Burt to let his son play on the team after Trevor threw a fit and said he would hold his breath until he died if his daddy didn't get him on the team. Louis Change is so worried about having his money stolen from his locker that he has had pockets sewn into his basketball shorts. Unfortunately, the coins sometimes fall out of his pockets, and he must chase them down during the game. Xavier Asamonde is a Basque sheep herder from El Canavarder and is happy to play for low pay to avoid returning the hard work of raising sheep. Cecil Kingdom. Many people expected the Kansas City Chiefs to pick another inexpensive player with the 7th pick in this year's draft, but everyone was shocked when the Chiefs traded a significant amount of money with the Salt Lake Whites to move up to the 3rd spot in the draft, and then they chose the most expensive player, Cecil Kingdom. No one could understand how the owner, Jim Burt, would allow such reckless spending. Our reporter Summer Bronskin did some investigating and found out that Coach Rock got a text from Jim Burt telling him to trade up to get Cecil Kingdom. He responded, "Are you sure?" And Burt responded, "Yes, I want Kingdom no matter what it costs." Rock was confused, but he did as his boss texted him and picked the superstar center. Summer discovered that Jim Burt had not actually sent the text. You see, Jim and his ex-wife Berta have been in a nasty court battle, and when Berta found Jim's phone sitting alone on the lawyer's desk on draft night, she decided to make life hard for Jim, and she posed as him and ordered the multi-million-dollar signing of Cecil Kingdom. Kingdom is a 7 feet 2 inch center who is deadly consistent and affects so much, so you might say he is so good he is boring. He will take a short jump shot instead of a more exciting dunk or scoop shot. His personal life is very much the same. He spends most of his spare time at the local homeless shelter, where he has developed a relationship with teammate Lester Holmes, who lives there. Kingdom was an Eagle Scout as well as a valedictorian of his high school and college. He was awarded the Medal of Honor during his 6 years in the Navy.
The BBL. It's mildly amusing.